Okay. Hello everyone. Sorry I'm running a little bit late today. Hi. I'm going to give you guys a second to wander on in here. Hope you're doing good and having a good middle of the week. I'm recovering from my vaccine. So I took the day off yesterday and I'm rolling back into work today and looking forward to chatting with you guys here on the video today. In case you're new wandering in here, I am Heather Powers. My business is Humblebeads. I'm a bead maker, author, illustrator, and jewelry designer and instructor. And so I'm here every week to inspire you guys and offer some jewelry making tips. So if you're here, please say hello. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know where you're from, how you're doing today. Is the sun shining where you're living? We had a snow warning, but no snow, so that was awesome. Did not wake up to the April snow, but no gardening yet. Still waiting. Hey, Lori, nice to have you here. All right, guys, so say hello if you're here. We're just getting the comments rolling in, so that's always nice. So today I am going to chat about 6mm beads. Hi, Kat. Nice to have you here. Hugs back to you. Good morning, Patty. It's afternoon here. Glad you're joining us. Hope you got some coffee or tea. Hey, Mary. Nice to have you guys here. Ohio has snow. I'm so sorry, Kat. Oh, thank you, Lynn. This is the one I bought for the office. If you saw my Facebook post about buying clothes for the office. It's like fancier than I would normally run around in, and so I felt like I would wear it to the office. But of course my office is 10 feet from my living room, but that's okay. Hi everyone. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about the snow, you guys. I know we had a fake spring and now the last bit of winter, and then you'll have real spring. Maybe. We can't plant anything until May 15th, so at any time it could still freeze until May 15th. So not that that's a magic number, but that's what they say is safe for Michigan. All right, guys, so let's talk about 6mm beads. They are the little workhorses in my beads studio. I use them a lot, especially 6mm melon beads or just the drook beads, which are just round beads. But I love the ones that have etched finishes or different modeling in the color. So I'm going to share those with you guys. And I have a really fun little project. Oh, hi guys. I'm so glad to see you all here. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys find this a fun and inspiring little project. So we're going to start. I'm going to share this picture with you guys. If you're in my Humblebeads VIP group, you saw this already, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It's a simple project, but maybe a way you may have not thought of working with the 6mm beads. And so this was a commission from a friend, and I wanted to echo kind of the bridge design that was in this image and also the shape of the pendant. So I came up after a lot of trial and error. I don't know why it takes me so long to come to a simple design, but there was a lot of editing in this process, and I came up with just double beaded links in between jump rings, large jump rings, and it turned out so lovely. I just love this piece so much. It has such a vintage type character to it. I just love how it shows off the beads, which, you know, a 6mm bead definitely can get overlooked in a design. And so I really liked the punch that it gave when they were doubled up. And now I know you guys are all going to ask about the pendant, and the pendant is a faux tin piece that Jesse made 2, maybe 3 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago. It was one of his first rounds of pieces that we did, and it's from one of Monet's Gardens paintings. And so I had him print out a sheet to do more image transfers of these onto the copper that he does with the faux tin. And so hopefully there'll be a new batch soon. But I have to tell you guys, Jesse is working really slow. He's not feeling 100% inspired lately. Just, you know, COVID and winter and the end of it all. And so he's just been plugging away doing orders, taking care of shipping, and hasn't been creating much. So I'm hoping this will give him a little nudge and that we'll be doing a little trunk show with these impressionist pendants soon. That was a lot of explanation for a tiny bit, but I know you guys are going to ask about it. So faux tin coming soon. How soon? I don't know. Make sure you join my Humblebeads VIP party group to get the inside scoop on that. So I'm going to turn my camera around and let's talk about melons and 6mm beads. So I just mainly wanted to show off some of these colors to you and what I look for. Oh, I had a little random melon floating around. And what I look for when I'm getting these, when I'm stocking these for the shop, and then also what I want when I'm you know, picking out my own designs. Okay, so the melons of course have the ridges, and these add a really nice texture and touch, and it's what I used in the original project. And I love the melons that have special finishes to them, so like a gold wash. This one has a metallic, and then I don't know, it's just gorgeous, this golden color with color inside and transparent on the outside. And so this is just some of the colors that I have. I don't even know how many colors I have. Maybe 15 different colors we have in the shop. So lots of options. I know, they're so much fun, aren't they? They add just such a great little just a little tiny punch to your design. So I really love the melons. They have a very vintage feel to me, so I think I really like that too. We have some people walking around talking in my neighborhood. I have the window open today. Okay, so melons. That's what I used in the original project, and for my design today I'm going to use the drukes, which are round beads. I don't know why they call them drukes. I guess they want to be a little fancier, but one of the things I love about the drukes in that they come in quite a few colors in the shop are the etched finish ones. Actually, these are some of my favorite beads, any of the etched finish beads. So these are some of the colors that we have in the etched finish, and they have a really matte bumpy texture to them, and they also, the color variation, some of them have more variation than others. Like these two definitely have more variation, but they all have a slight variation to them. None of them are the same, so they really have a great organic texture to them, which of course I'm going to love. And then we have some colors that have different shades within one strand, and for this project I really love that. The gold too also has cream and then gold, and I think when they're stacked together they look really cool together. And then of course just some metallic finish, and just a regular old glass one is also really pretty. So these are all different options. We have so many colors of the 6mm round beads. They're just fantastic, and like even just stringing them and wearing a stack of them, awesome. And one thing I like to do when I'm designing jewelry is to mix finishes. So I would definitely do like a matte, one of the shiny regular glass ones, and then something with the AB finish, which is what this is. And so mixing these with the different finishes offers a really great interest to a design. So let me show you how to do these little links. They're super easy. You're going to be like, Heather, why do you even bother showing us this? But maybe you're new to jewelry making. Maybe you just wanted to spend the afternoon with me. Whatever the case, I'm glad you're here. So what we're going to need are, these are, let me make sure I have it right. These are 14mm jump rings, and they're twisted jump rings. Sorry, it bothers me that my board wasn't straight. Heather. Okay, so you could also use 15 millimeter or a 13 millimeter. You just want a larger jump ring so that your beads have some space in between them. So these are 14 millimeter. 15 millimeter would also work. Keep that in mind. Okay. And then you're going to need 20 gauge wire. And this is the para wire from Vintage in the brass color. One of my favorites. Let's see, I moved my tools on myself. Okay, I'm gonna need cutters, round nose, and chain nose for this project. And I'm going to cut about 2.5 to 3 inches. Lynn, thank you for sharing that about the jukes. In case you guys didn't read this, the jukes are round pressed glass beads made in the Czech Republic. They're Czech glass, and they're usually made in small quantities by hand, which is why they have that lovely organic finish to them. Okay, I'm just going to cut 4 because you'll be able to see the project. Okay, you want to make sure that you've trimmed off the edge with the flush cutter so that you're working with a straight cut when you start this. And because this project is so simple, you want to take care to do the best you can with your little loops. You could use the looping tool too, but I wanted slightly larger loops for this. So I've just made a simple little loop here. See, make sure we get that in focus. There we go. And I'll show again just in case you would like to see how that's done again. You're going to string on 3 beads. And you definitely want to mix up the textured ones with the less textured ones on here, just to get some more variation. And so I have this loop going that direction, and now I'm going to do this loop in the opposite direction. So they're both going to be going side to side, but one's going to be turning to the left and the other will be wrapped going to the right. So I'm going to turn this. This is the opening on that side. So I want to turn the wire towards the opening, grab onto it, and I want to grab onto it the same place on my pliers each time so that my loops are nice and even. And so we have one loop going to the left and one loop going to the right. Well, the opposite, but you get what I'm saying. So you want them to go the opposite directions. And you want to see how this little wire is off to the side. So you grab the back of your loop and pull it so that your loop is straight above your wire. If you're new to jewelry making, that's a really important little step. And I love to think that people that are new to jewelry making would be watching my channel. I'd love to see someone who's new to jewelry find the wonderful world of art beads and be inspired here. Okay, so just repeating the same on the other side. for this design, I'm going to use a little bird, one of my leaves from the Artisan collection, bead cap, and a little flower so I can make a little crown on top of that. So I'm going to do that in just a second after I get... Oops, I forgot to grab a jump ring here. I'm going to start the design with a 15mm smooth jump ring at the bottom. And so to attach these, I'm going to start with the 15mm jump ring. And then do the 14mm for the next group of links. And guys, that's all there is to it. It's so easy and simple, and I would just repeat this 3 or 5 more times. I always want to do things in multiples of, and uneven multiples, so 3 or 5 more times of the links. I did it 3 times on my sample necklace, and then I used some larger beads in the back, just as simple beaded links to complete the design, and then just a simple chain. So let's just demo really quick how to get this guy put together. I have about 8 inches here of the 20 gauge wire, and I'm going to have about 2 inches from the bottom, and I've made a simple loop. I'm going to bend that loop on the back so that it's straight. And now I want to open this up and slide on my pendant. I'm going to close that up and wrap around 2 times tightly, and then 2 or 3 times loosely on top of the first wraps to get that nice messy wrapped look that is just my signature. We'll pretend it's because I love the organic look and not because doing nice neat little wraps are not really within my wheelhouse. I mean, I could do it, but I'd rather make a cool messy wrap. Okay, I like to take the wrap and just squeeze it together. I'm just condensing that wrap so that it's a little tighter. I'm going to slip on my bird and the 8mm flower bead cap and a little 5 by 8mm flower, and that gives it like a little crown. One of my favorite things to do. And now I'm going to just repeat the process on the top for making a wrapped loop. So I have my nice big loop. Because I'm attaching it to a jump ring, I don't have to worry about slipping it onto anything like I did on the bottom. And I'm going to do 2 wraps tightly. Make sure I get on top of the flower. Oh, settle down and quit fighting with your jewelry, Heather. And then 2 to 3 times loosely on the top. You want to make sure your design will have a front and a back, and make sure your wire ends in the back and not the front. Trim that off, pinch in the little wire that's hanging out there on the front, and I'm going to open this jump ring up, slide that on, and just for fun I will really quickly do the other side so that you can see how this is going to be pieced together. You know what? I did not do it this way. Glad I looked. if you do it that way, you're going to have too much bunched up there. So I am going to take a slightly fancier bead. Let me see. I'm going to take a 10 millimeter, what is this called? English cut. Evaded me there for a second. A 10 millimeter English cut bead. And I think I'm going to pull out, no, maybe not. Yeah. I'm going to do the small little bead links on the 18 gauge just because it's a larger bead and it will look kind of funnier with the smaller wire. So I'm just going to trim off about 1.5 inches here and just make a simple loop again. So you guys, I want you to know this is like the most basic jewelry making skills right here. And we're going to turn out with a really cool, interesting necklace. So you don't always have to do like super fancy techniques to come up with a really great design. Okay. So you definitely want to have a little bead in between, buffering the bottom with the start of the links. It'll just lay a little better. I'm glad I looked there. Yeah, so you definitely want to do one in between the pendant and where you start the links. So I won't do anything else. You guys can imagine that that's how it looks on the other side. I totally forgot about those little beads, so glad I remembered. All right, so that's the design. I just added, I would add like 3 more of these after I did my 3 links, and then do a slightly chunkier chain. I wouldn't use a really fine chain. You want to have something that has a little heft to it, so keep that in mind. All right, I would like to do some show and tell with you guys. Now, I'm not going to have kits for this just because I actually don't have enough of the jump rings to do any kits en masse. So you can get the jump rings at vintage.com. You can order 1 million of them. But what we do have is everything else you see here on the website, so you can just pick and choose. I made a batch of 4 different colors of birds, so I have this, a peach, a jade green, and a yellow. And so nice colors for the summer, spring season. And then we have all of, I don't even know how many different 6 millimeter or melons. And then we have English cut or other fancy beads that you could want. We do have some jump rings. We have the smooth ones, so you could totally use smooth ones if you wanted to order the jump rings. And then we have the bead caps and lots of different flowers. So we have everything on the website. You can find it all there. And I wanted to do a little show and tell with you guys of new beads that we're adding to the website today. You guys want a little bead peek? So kind of counterbalancing these simpler melon and round beads, I have some really pretty fancy beads that I'm stocking today. These ones, they're called turbine beads, and they twist. They have like a twist design on the ends and then faceted in the middle. And aren't these just amazing? I love them. And these ones are like a kind of a rose colored with a Picasso finish on the ends. I love that. Oh, Lynn had a question. Let me get back to Lynn's question. The leaf, Lynn, it's this color, and this is the Artisan Market leaf that I have on my website. So these are from Vintage. Vintage did the Artisan Market collection in Hobby Lobby, but Vintage no longer carries them. So I have tons of these, like hundreds of them on my website. So these are on my website, and they come in this color, which is the green color, but you guys could totally use Vintage patinas on this and paint them to any color that you want on the design. Okay, great question. If you guys have questions, totally let me know and I will be happy to answer them. Okay, we have this peachy color, and it really shows up better when it's on something dark instead of just I don't think it shows up as much just on its own, but when it's layered on something dark, you can really see the facets and the turn of the glass on each ends. And these are all handmade check glass beads, so very beautiful. You know, I think they've been around for a while, Donna, the turbines. I just was looking through my suppliers' listings and saw them, and I thought, oh, those are really fancy, and I wanted to try some fancier beads in the shop. So we have those, and I also have this cornflower blue, which is one of my favorite colors in check beads, and it has Picasso on the end, so you really see how they spin it, both ends of them. Really love them. And then we have them in a teal with it's a clear teal, and then it has a milky lighter color, and then they have the Picasso finish on the ends, which I really love how you can see the design on the ends of these. Really fun shapes. Another fancy little one that I have for you guys that I've wanted to stock forever, but they're a little pricey, so I just had been hesitating, but I just thought, we need a little extra glam in our life. And so these are large hole faceted rondelles. So these are large enough to fit on leather or large cord. I've also seen and really love people do bracelets with them on jump rings, and so you would just do a jump ring and then one of these, and then a connection, and then a jump ring and one of these. So really fun ideas. I will definitely be doing projects with these pretty soon. So I have them with the, oh, and I picked out all the ones that had like gold leaf or copper leaf in them, which I thought were really, really special, which is also why they're so expensive. So we have those, and then I have a green with a copper leaf, and so the glass is green, and then they have the copper center. So lovely. And then a blue with copper, and just a beautiful, beautiful finish. And then I have purple with the copper flashes through it. So this one has a little more purple, and then the copper just kind of flashes through. Now let's talk about silkies. Silkies are a type of check glass bead, and next week I'm going to be doing a project with the kit for these. And so these are 2-hole check glass beads, and you can see they nestle together and they have 2 holes, and there's lots of different fun ways to use the silky beads. And next week I'm going to be sharing all sorts of tips and tricks for these little guys, and I will also be having kits with the silky beads. So we have them, oh, and I really love how they have like these metallic finishes on them. So this is a green with a bronze finish. Then we have purple with Picasso finish, the cornflower with the Picasso finish, and a sea green with the Picasso finish, which I really love this one. And then for those of you that love blue, we have blue with a bronze coppery look on the ends, so it has a nice metallic shine to them and a really beautiful cobalt glass color. I will show you one way I use the silkies. This isn't the project that I'm going to be doing. But just in case you were wondering, well, what exactly could you do with these, Heather? You can just string them on linen and just do a double strand. And I just alternated between bicone beads or any kind of spacers. And I mixed them up between 2 together and then 1. So that's one way to use the silky beads. And I will be sharing a few other ways next week, including a really cool bracelet project that I have for you guys. So let me share with you guys. These are going to be on the website at 4:30 today. I need to take pictures of all of these and get them listed, and I'll have that done at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so that's at humblebeads.com, where you can find everything that we talked about today except for the 14 millimeter rope jump rings, but I do have other large jump rings, and then the wire. You're on your own for that. You can find the wire and the fancy jump rings at vintage.com, which of course is a great place to shop. All right, you guys, let me know if you have any questions. I will definitely answer them. Nancy, Picasso finish is just a glass finish that's kind of molted brown. I don't know. Yeah, let me put it actually in front of the camera. There we go. You can see how it has like, it's kind of like a tan with a brown finish on top of it, and it's called a Picasso finish. I don't know why they call it Picasso. That's just whenever you see a Picasso finish, you know it has that greenish gray kind of brown molted texture, not texture, color on top of the glass. Brenda, Jesse hasn't printed out the orders from yesterday, so if you want to add to that, feel free to. He will refund your second shipping, is what he does. Or you can send me a message and I will send you a code for free shipping on your second order. Either way works, but yeah, we definitely combine orders there within a day, and we haven't sent them out yet. Melanie, thank you. It's dappled. I couldn't think of molted. Birds molting feathers. No, it's a dappled brownish gray green color, which they've decided to call Picasso. Not during his blue period. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up. Why are neck beads with that finish called Picasso? Definitely gonna find out, because now I'm very curious. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. It was a short video today. I hope you enjoyed the project. Yeah, Chris, so it's definitely a glass finish that I don't think it's a glazed finish. It could be. I actually think it's another glass that's put on top of it. Maybe. I'm not sure. I am totally going to research this now. Put on my Sherlock Holmes hat and get down to the to the mystery of Picasso finish. And I'll get back to you guys and share what I learned in my Humblebeads VIP groups. So make sure you join the Humblebeads VIP group. All you have to do is just search Humblebeads VIP group here on Facebook, and you'll be able to join that group. It's a great group. They share all sorts of wonderful projects that they finished using my beads, and I just love seeing your work in the group, you guys. And it's a super friendly group with lots of inspiring people. So be sure to join the group. That's also where we will be hosting the next trunk show for the tin pieces that Jesse will be working on. I was kind of trying to inspire him to do like a impressionist show with different impressionists. So we'll see if when he can get that done. Maybe now that he has a little inspiration, he will Oh, Lynn, thank you for sharing the link with us. You guys are fantastic. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to get to work here. I got some orders to get out today and get these beads photographed for you guys. All right. You guys take care. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you here next week for a free project using the silky beads. I think you're going to love them. They are super fun and really offer a great design without a lot of skill, which is what we love, right? Yes, Donna, I will tell him a whole bunch of you want that. Maybe that'll light a fire under him. Inspire him a little. All right, you guys, take care. Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate you guys. All right, talk to you later. Bye.